Hey guys, welcome back to my channel today. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys 5 holiday releases that I will not be purchasing. Now, I know a lot of you guys are really into anti-hauls, and some people actually perceive them as negative videos, so I try not to make them negative per se. It's more so just explaining my decision on why I am passing on a particular makeup item. A lot of the time it is because I do have and am very aware of my collection currently, and I want to make sure that it's something I'm super excited about. And if you're excited about these releases yourself, that's okay. You're allowed to want them, but here are the 5 releases that I'm gonna skip on and the reasons why. Now, the first release you probably did see coming. I did mention it a little bit earlier in a different video, but this one I am now for sure skipping on, as I can see the pictures here on Trend Mood. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Pillowtalk Pop Quad. There we go. It also comes with a Lustre lip gloss, and this is a formula that isn't my favorite, so this will definitely be skipped. But for me, this is something that's just another continuation of the Pillowtalk best-selling, release that Charlotte has done. And from a marketing perspective and a brand perspective, I can definitely see why she's wanting to continue with Pillowtalk because it is popular. But these colors to me are not exciting enough. It does look like they might be all new shades, I'm not sure, but this doesn't look as interesting to me to purchase it, especially because it's a Charlotte Tilbury price tag at 70 Canadian dollars. So she's expensive. So you got to make sure that you're actually using it. And for this one, I definitely wouldn't be using it enough, as I do have a pop quad from a different release that I find myself not using a lot of at all, which is the Supersonic quad. So that one I really want to focus on using up. And this one is definitely a pass. Now let's talk about all of the Norvina volume palettes. We do have 1, 2, and 3 out right now. And these, you guys, are actually gorgeous when it comes to color scheme, but they do have a lot of colorful pans in here. And I find myself personally gravitating towards not so much bright, bold colors when it comes to looks. I do find myself dipping into blues and stuff the odd time, but not enough to justify a palette this size. For myself, it's just gonna be a lot of unused shades, and there's some that are quite bold in some of these. I thought out of all 3 of them that the orange one, I think volume 3, would be the one that maybe would kind of steer me a little bit and get me more excited, because she did have a really beautiful coral look on her eyes. But this one, you guys, I have to kind of be realistic with myself. I just purchased in my drugstore haul the ColourPop Baby Got Peach one, which is a peachy kind of coral palette, and I know I have other coral shades. Those are palettes that I do want to get a lot of use of, and I find that I don't because there's just so many other palettes in my collection, so I'm being very, very selective here and strategic. And so for that reason, they just don't interest me enough. Sometimes you can get so excited over something that it kind of like lets you forget about all the other things in your collection, and the excitement is crazy high. I feel like this is definitely for people that love bold color or love color on the regular, or feel like they'll use it enough to justify the prices. Now let's talk about the new holiday stuff from McGrath. And the lipsticks, you guys, are a hard pass because these are all existing shades, I believe, that she's just repackaged. So this is something that I'm like already know I'm good. I do have the shade Omi in my collection already. That is one that's in like a new holiday package. And what else does she have here? I also have Christy. So that was one that she did do in a holiday release last year. So I do have that one already. The other 2 I don't feel like I need. And then we have the 2 quads. What I do like that she did with this one is that she did upgrade the packaging. She seemed to have included her special formula, at least in the second quad. I don't know about the first one, but the second one with that baby blue, purple, and gold, it is something I've wanted to personally see her do, is to pull those formulas out of just her 10-pan palettes and do something a bit different. But it's still going to be very expensive, and the shades just don't appeal to me. I'm still holding on for singles in her special formula. I'm going to pass on these as well. Now let's talk about the new additions to the Dior Backstage collection. This is one you guys might be surprised that I'm skipping. And first of all, the liquid highlight looks gorgeous, you guys, but I do have liquid highlights that I'm not using right now, and that is the Becca one I have in Opal. I have a lot of liquid highlights from Charlotte Tilbury. I know that already, and I think I have a Marc Jacobs one too, if I'm not mistaken, and those are rarely getting touched. And I do feel like when it comes to liquid highlights, you do have to use them or they start to go kind of wonky or thick or runny or whatever. So they do end up expiring, as all makeup does. So I just kind of have a very good understanding of the collection I have now the ones I'm not currently using that I want to use more of, so that's definitely a pass. But I do think it's a really cool addition to the collection if you're interested in something like that. And then we have a 9-pan palette in here as well, which the colors to me, they're classic, very easy to put looks together, but just not as exciting as some of the other releases that Dior has done. Like, to me, it's definitely a hard pass. Eyeshadows are 49 American dollars, and that's a lot for a quad that you don't see yourself really excited about, right? So be true to yourself like I'm gonna be, and if I'm like, then I can definitely skip it, because we all know there's gonna be more makeup releases like right around the corner. Now let's talk about the Fenty Highlight. We do have a new one for holiday. This is the Fenty Beauty Diamond Balm number 2, and this one has a holographic pink sparkle, which makes it different from the first one from last year. Now last year I do have it. It is a gorgeous highlight with definitely some glitter component to it. It has a silver finish as well. That's the first one. And again, a beautiful highlight, but one that I don't find myself excited about for the second time around, because I'm not really into like the holographic kind of look, especially with a colored highlight. I've come to really know my preferences just as a makeup consumer, and being creative with my makeup, I don't tend to put like colored highlights or even highlights that shift in color on my face as often. She did a great job with it. It looks very beautiful, but for someone like me that won't be using too much of it, it would definitely be a waste of money if I put that towards this highlight instead of a highlight that I really put a lot of use to. So this one is just a personal preference thing, but it does look beautiful. Let me know down below, what are your thoughts on all of these releases? Are any of them catching your eye at all? Definitely be cognizant of some of these price tags too. You guys know I'm a high-end and luxury lover, but I do think that's a lot of money to put towards something if you don't end up using it. But let me know your opinion on anti-hauls in general. Do you find them negative? Because I kind of find them informative. I don't know. Until my next one, guys, take care. Thanks so much for watching. Bye, guys.
You and me, everything that we've been through has made us strong. You won't believe we've had our gray, but somewhere there's a light inside of us.